in the case of the people versus the defendant Moss on the allegations of performing a hate crime of blackface.
Now.
Guilty.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Listen, Moss, as your lawyer, I had fought...
Oh, right, no, I take that back.
No,
Fingers
see.
crossed, behind my back.
Fingers crossed, yes.
Whoa. Did you just see that?
Now,
Fingers crossed, I didn't mean it. Not guilty, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see, I've had allegations thrown at me that in the last episode, my first live-action appearance on camera, I was dressed up as the character Mr. Satan from the show Dragon Ball Z, combined with me, the Moss Man.
Now, there'll be images on the screen for what it was supposed to look like and what actually happened.
Now,
and
the Moss Man, which is me,
yeah,
wears a black balaclava. Now, I probably should have gotten another colored balaclava, but, you know, I'm a rich man, I have mansions, I have all of these things, and I have all of these different tools, weapons of the trade, weapons of mass destruction, but I don't frankly see the point in buying more balaclavas with different rainbow colors and whatnot. But
that would have solved the problem of.
But basically, the gist of it is, people thought I was a gollywog doll. Is that right?
Yeah.
A black person doll. Is that's sort of what it's depicting?
So the gollywog doll was a racist stereotype in the form of a children's toy.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that the head of the gollywog and the head of you, identical.
Apparently that was the case. I was wearing a big afro. The facial hair was not really recognizable because I'm wearing a black balaclava.
Now, I want to make it very clear that...
That is my face.
Listen, that is your face.
If you take this off, I'll scream, "What? Give me back my face!"
I'm going to fucking, cut his microphone. If you interrupt me while I'm trying to say something another fucking time, we're going to have problems. You are. You've done it 3 times. I've been trying to jump in to fix what this mistake was.
There was no mistake.
It was... Okay, so it was intentional, but it was unintentional. We didn't mean for it to be blackface. We meant to wear a balaclava. Meant to have the wig. The combination was unfortunate. No one in the room noticed. And when I posted the clip, I got a couple of messages saying, "Hey, why is Moss in blackface? This could end your career."
Now the message is, fuck you, and we hate you, and we will kill you. We're going to find you. We're going to hurt you. We're going to pummel you. We're going to put your name into the dirt, into the ground, just like you tried to do.
Well, no one actually tried to do that.
All right.
They just said, "Hey, you should probably be aware of this next time." So, for future clarification, Moss, as a character on this show, wears a balaclava.
I'm not a character, though. I'm a real person. I'm a human being. I'm real. I'm me.
You're fictional. You're made up. I'm sorry.
It's true. No.
Well, now that that's out the way, and all... No one actually apologized. They didn't say that we were sorry.
I'm sorry that you're a fucking retard, and an idiot, and stupid, and dumb, and low IQ, and you don't watch Andrew Tate, and whatnot, you know? We're epic, and whatnot.
Good, well now that's out the way, let's get to the real meat of the episode.
I'm sorry that you're stupid. Alright. There you go, that's the gist of all of that.
So, we went to a concert. We actually set this up.
It's true.
Many episodes ago, where I pitched it to you boys, I was like, hey, we like the Scots, we like pirates, we like metal, let's go to a Scottish pirate metal concert.
We like music.
Yeah. Now, you didn't get to participate.
Unfortunately, I was busy. I was on a mission. Had to kill an important person. Had to hunt down an important character. You don't get to know it's classified.
I forgot that you were wanted in multiple countries.
In 15 different countries, I'm the most wanted man. But it's stricken from the records. You can't find it. I'm like so crazy. It's incredible. It really is. They might have laser-guided missiles pointed at this house as we speak.
Studio. We're not in a house, we're in a studio.
At this underground bunker location as we speak. But they can't get to us because this is an underground bunker 1,500 feet under the earth. But they know and they want to destroy me and whatnot.
This is a very lore-heavy episode already.
It's true. It's real. But I'm all about the lore. I'm all about lore. I'm all about law and breaking some laws that I need to break.
Not every law.
For my job.
Yes.
But I could not make it to the actual concert, unfortunately. I wish I could have been there, but I could not.
That's okay, though. So
I would like to know how it all
Well, let's go. Well, if you allow me to speak, I will.
Wait a minute. Welcome back to Barnzey Burns Down the World, everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck.
The intro.
Well, we don't really... You're the only one that's ever really said that. I've said it every so often.
I think we should say it just to reiterate the name of the episode.
Yeah.
Of the podcast.
Well, I plastered it everywhere, but
we need people to listen, and then they'll know. Then they'll take in that information another way. You know what I'm saying?
Subliminal messaging. So actually, I think that's illegal. If you put...
it's not subliminal
no.
messaging.
If you flash... So there is a law
we
about
should do that.
flashing information on screen for if it's in a certain time frame and it's hidden a certain way and it counts as subliminal messaging. There are certain laws in place that say, hey, actually, you're not allowed to do that.
But how are they going to know?
That's true. So maybe if you watch the episode...
If it's so fast, they won't know.
Watch the episode carefully and there will be subliminal messaging throughout the whole episode.
You'll feel more compelled to watch Barnzey Burns Down the World every single minute of every single day. You'll watch every short, every Instagram post, every link, every fucking buy every merch, all of that.
That's right. We're going to the fucking moon. Now,
we're going to fucking...
But before we go to the moon, we went to a concert. And let's get back on topic with that. So, Moss missed out, unfortunately, but Daz and I, we got straight in and we went with a few friends. And the mission objective pretty much... Well, look, I don't know. I'll figure out how to chop this in for the YouTube video. This is the podcast is always raw form material. This is how it happens. We were looking for treasure, if that was the case. If not, we just went to a concert. I got to do the line again where I look straight into the camera. We were looking for treasure. Now, this is going to sound weird and back on the podcast when I listen back and when I do clips, but it'll be fine.
Absolutely, because you just did a double take on the podcast.
That's
that
correct.
Won't be edited.
And it's all raw. It's all, but that's the kind of authenticity that you expect.
That you viewers expect from us.
That's correct.
That's right.
So, let's explain a little bit about who Alestorm are and what they do. So, Daz, the floor is yours for a little bit.
You're handing it to me.
Yeah.
So
Because you've barely spoken a freaking word.
I'm
And whose fault is that? Whose fucking fault is that?
He can speak.
He can speak. He tries to. I tried to before.
Not true.
This is my show.
No.
Yeah. It says it right there in the
Will be
name.
mine.
The name just flashed on the screen. So that's part of the subliminal messaging I set up before.
That's right.
So Daz, tell us about Alestorm. What do you know?
Okay, so I didn't know anything about them until maybe it was almost 6 months ago.
Yeah.
When Barnzey floated the idea to me about seeing this pirate rock metal band. And then he played me one of the recent albums.
2019, but close enough, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually found it quite catchy. And it was like, honestly, it was intense because it's not my style of music that I normally listen to. But it definitely felt like some music I would be listening to while playing like a video game or some high stakes or like just something.
Which is exactly what we did.
Yeah.
We were playing zombies.
Ended up playing zombies and listening to the full album. And it was like actually a good soundtrack for playing against zombies.
Yeah, because there's almost like also a video game soundtrack vibe to it as well. Like it can slip straight in as something that plays in Sea of Thieves, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, any sort of pirate themed game, and it's fantastic. It's like it's like how metal music can be played for Doom, and Doom already plays metal as their soundtrack.
Exactly.
But it's good. It's very fitting. So.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's how I became a fan of that album and those songs. And then Barnzey said, "Hey, they're coming down to our location."
Yeah. No. We've said Melbourne. They're coming down to Melbourne. Yeah. Just shit yourself there for a sec. You're like,
oh no!
Did we say?
Fox.
What is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So he was like, "Do you want to go check it out?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. It sounds like a fun time. I've never been to a pirate or metal concert before. I'd be interested."
Actually, I'd never been to a concert at like all other than like the Wiggles or High Five, which you could argue, but never been. So that was a first for me as well.
So yeah, it's not been my first, but it's been my first since the pandemic's ended. So it was good to get out and do something.
And what was the last concert you went to?
I went for, I think it was Khalid, and I went for Post Malone as well.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of
DJ Khaled.
No, the other one.
Don't know another one.
We're not big rap guys.
He's not a rapper. He's like
Oh.
pop singer.
Okay, now we were doing racist assumptions before, but like, why did you assume he was a rapper?
I don't know, man. No idea,
Well,
no reason.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because that's actually the color that people say I look like when I have like my big high afro, like high top.
Yeah.
And that's literally what I try to model my haircut after. So little nugget there.
Little inside
It's really
information.
cool, like an image will flash on the screen just now.
Yeah, little character development there.
Yeah.
If you know him, like you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and other than that, just been to heaps of day festivals, which I don't think Barnzey's really done much of either.
No,
So
I
this really was his
either
first,
of us have.
first full concert in like a theater or an arena.
Well, see, because the problem with those is that, so specifically Moss and I, our music tastes are so different than most of our friends that...
Yeah, and most of these sort of day festivals and all of this stuff, it's just none of the music really appeals to us at all.
Less than appeal, disgust.
I would say, it's more like we just openly just dislike it.
Yeah.
Like it's people. The place that I operate from and I do dealings from, there's people there at the main office and whatnot. You know, they have a speaker, they listen to music, and it's dreadful, but you know, you got to listen to it, unfortunately. At base of operations, while I'm loading up and whatnot.
So yes, that's all I really knew about Alestorm and pirate metal, or metal music in general. So yeah, just that one album of songs, and I thought it was interesting. So
here's something interesting as well. Everyone that we went with, so I showed them a couple of songs. It was Fucked With an Anchor. I showed them Cannonball, and I showed them maybe Party. A few, just like the good ones, the funny ones.
Yeah,
just like
Party, because I got it.
Yeah, that's a
the
throwback as well
line.
to a previous time where you fucked it up and you said Paty. That one time on the show.
Yeah, I am so smart. SMRT.
Yes.
No, I mean SMART. Yeah.
Good reference.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yeah, we'll go in blind, we'll enjoy it more. And then when we were walking back in the car, everyone was like, I would have enjoyed it more if I listened to more of their songs. And I'm sitting there like,
Probably.
are you fucking kidding me? Of course, that's what I said. That's what I said you should do.
Well, especially since our friends, I don't think they're into that sort of stuff in general. So.
Well, I was surprised that so many of them were on board initially to begin with. Like, it was going to be the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just not steamrolled, it snowballed from there, and that's how we all ended up there.
And unfortunately, the reason I couldn't make it was a lot of... Oh, I already mentioned that, right?
You did, I think, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of work came up. No, I did not have work prior to when we organized it. That's what I didn't mention. And after we organized it, well, it turns out I got big work on, basically, at the same time as the concert, and I couldn't,
so you had to
unfortunately. And I apologize for that.
It's all right. So I'm going to try... I tried to document a whole bunch of it while I was there. I've interviewed some people, went around talking to see with the kind of people that go to these sort of concerts. I filmed some footage. This will all be in the video. And
I did notice the interviewing. How did that go?
Oh, it's great. So... And
Like,
this,
I saw the first one.
Yeah, so that one, I learned straight away, if I'm left-handed and I'm with the microphone, I can't be on the left side because I'm crossing over people, and that just fucks up the shot. And you didn't tell me that when you were filming, because you could see what was going on. I had to realize that for the second one.
And we'll show that footage, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a heart attack? Because that was what the first interview was.
Yeah, you were freaking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're like, you didn't even want to approach him. I was like, no, you don't have to. I will do it.
Yeah.
I'm good. And
But
then
it's
I was gonna
like the
tell you-
second-hand embarrassment thing.
No,
Like,
it
I've done
wasn't.
this all
It
too
wasn't
well,
that.
so-
It was because the first interview you did was with 3 people. I think it was. Right. So as the cameraman, I had to back up a fair bit to get everyone in the shot.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't. It didn't seem. I was just going to tell you after you finished recording that you shouldn't be crossing the screen to give them the mic. And that was the other problem. You couldn't. I don't know if you had a very good conversation recorded in the sense that they were speaking and talking and you weren't capturing that audio at all.
So I tried, but then it was...
Yeah.
So
you tried to put the mic up to him. And
I did try, and
Oh,
because there was so many people...
But it was so.
I was there. It's
was-
just that I had to
yeah.
leave early.
Yeah.
It was so quick though that the communication that was happening was you couldn't keep up either.
Well, the purpose of it was
And-
short form content
Yeah,
as well anyway.
no, but in terms of because there was 3 people, you couldn't keep up with going between all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But also,
With the
it was
conversation.
practice because you hadn't done it before.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah, exactly. And that was the other thing was, as I said, I was standing quite far back, so it didn't seem like I didn't feel like interrupting what was happening just to say that. I felt it was just probably better for Barnzey
Because,
to figure
like,
out or
actually- sorry.
tell him after. Yeah.
Actually, I thought it was pretty natural for the most part. Like, I
Well, yeah.
thought it was actually pretty good.
I did try, so...
Outside of crossing the camera and
Yes.
that and
So
the audio issues.
I'll show you footage for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th,
Yeah,
5th.
the following
Yeah.
interviews went much smoother.
Yeah.
It was just that because it was the first one, it was nerves, not doing it right, and it just bugs were figured out in that one interview.
But now they've broken that barrier of, okay, now I know how I can go up and talk to people, interview, I just need a guy to film, and I have the questions ready to go, and then just I did spring some things on people too,
Yeah.
but.
You got a kiss in the mouth and all that?
No,
awesome.
I did not.
That was cool. 2 hugs and a kiss on the mouth is what you said?
That's not
so
what
awesome.
I said. That is not what I said at all.
And then, yeah, that was so cool.
Yo, be cool, Moss. Be cool.
Yeah. This is public too.
People don't know.
I know they don't know, but now you've said that, they do know.
No?
Yeah.
About what?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I thought you were in the secrecy business.
What secret?
I can get one big
That
black secret
you got a
right
kiss?
That's all right. Let's move
That
on.
you got a kiss on the mouth?
That's not what happened.
That you got a kiss on the lip?
So after interviewing a whole bunch of people,
These are lies. It's not even like, I don't even know what this is. It's a lie.
after interviewing a whole bunch of people, the metal concert crowd, I think the kinds of people that enjoy the music that we like, they are infinitely more interesting than the kind of people who go, oh, we'll chuck on.
Because they're like outcasts. They're out of the society and whatnot.
Let's listen to what's popular. Yeah,
Yeah,
and let's all
them.
fit into that mold.
But they probably listened to what was popular and they were like, yeah, I don't know if I like this so much, and then tried to find something they did like. You know
That's
what
if
I
they
mean?
have any extra thoughts in their brains that are
Wow.
not dictated by the rest of culture.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
To be fair, like, I don't listen to the same music as you. I listen to music similar to what our friends listen to.
yeah,
But the artists I follow, even my friends would be like, "Who is that?" Like,
Yeah.
even though they still sing. Like,
but that's
have
good.
this-
That
yeah.
means that you, I guess, in some way, free thinking to go. Okay, I know what I
You
like.
listen to popular music, you're not free thinking.
That's true.
That's
You are
the
a
message.
slave to the system.
You have to break out and listen to other music.
Yeah, break out of the matrix. Join Andrew Tate's class.
Red pill or blue pill, which
Yeah.
one will you take?
What happens if you take both at once?
You fucking overdose.
You
Just
just die.
die. Like, Neo, no. Well, he just like dissolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
In the
so
back to tank.
yeah. So after I guess you saw the first interviews, and then you departed from the show, and then
Yes.
we went into the concert. Now
I departed on my airship.
these guys, right? They're unique and not unique. They're different to the vast. They're a niche. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Pirate metal, quite
But that's
unexpected.
kind of it's kind of a cool
Yeah.
like different thing.
Well, there's heaps of different types of like subgenres of weird forms of metal. Like there's like, you guys know what gnome music is?
no.
I haven't even tried like exploring into that, but there's like many there's like 14 different subgenres of
Dude.
what is in gnome music, and it's like all slightly
God.
varying degrees. It's like how, you know, with there's metal, there's hard metal, there's
Yeah,
rock.
there's like there's all sorts.
It's like
black
it's
metal,
all that,
there's-
but for gnomes.
That niche has got to be so fucking small. Like, I don't even know.
See, I thought pirate metal was niche enough to be that small, but no, there's one even
Well-
further underground.
Relatively, yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny because I looked up a bunch of like Australian bands. I was trying to look up like Australian metal bands, and a lot of them were like relatively similar. But there's a ton on like Spotify that are really small.
Yeah.
You know.
Spotify, which is like one of our best. That's where people listen to the podcast.
That's
so
right.
check us out on Spotify, because this is sponsored, but not sponsored because we use them.
That's right.
That's right.
That's absolutely right. But
So-
yeah, there's just a ton of like these smaller bands that no one's heard of.
Well, even pirate metal in itself, like Spotify knows that. Oh, you listen to Alestorm? Yeah, try Rum Ahoy. Try Stormtide. Try.
And then I say, no, I've had enough.
Yeah, too many different pirate metal bands.
bands. I just need
Undoubtedly,
one.
Alestorm is the best pirate metal band. Like they tour the world.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
I don't think any other pirate metal band are touring the world right now. How many of those are there? They're touring the world, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, I never
you
explained how I found out about Alestorm. So,
Okay.
a mutual friends of ours, who I won't name because they've requested in the past, so I know that they won't be like, oh, say the names.
Yeah.
Scrap that bit.
Fair enough. We love respect and we love respecting people's privacy, but it is
So it was during like second lockdown on a Discord call, playing games, discussing things just like this, and one of them goes, "Oh, you probably like this band," and then they played. I don't know how they found out about Alestorm, but they played songs in the Discord music bot,
yeah.
and then I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, "Actually, yeah."
This
And
is sick.
the guy was like, "Oh, I was joking," and it's like, "Nah, you've done it now. That's it." And I just went
I
on a
love
whole binge. So that album that I showed you, that was the first album that I listened to, No Grave
Yeah.
But the Sea, and then it just went from there. They stuck around the playlist, just listening to them, I guess, over and over and over again. And that's how we ended up doing what we did last night. So just from like one joke suggestion, spiraled.
Yeah.
So probably my favorite song would probably be that Captain Morgan's Revenge, I believe it's called. That one's a good one.
I gotta show you a clip.
I really like that one.
So in the concert, that's the song that people mosh to. So like, hey, make a room,
shit.
make a space in the center, and then when the beat drops, people just like started crashing into each other.
Alright.
And I was on the balcony, so I got a great shot of it as well.
Nice.
So I'll show you after this as well. Maybe while we're talking, the actual footage without the audio will be here on the screen, because that would probably be best from a video production.
That's kind of insane. Wow. That's a
watch
that's a crazy mosh pit like thing going on right there.
Yeah, that guy there, he died.
Wow. He just damn.
Yeah.
He's gone. That's a good song though. That is a good song.
Very good song, yeah.
God,
I hope that's seamless.
God, that guy died.
That's gonna look.
That guy just fucking died just then. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did.
What the heck?
I'm glad we're doing. Hey, this is a visual encouragement, so check us out on YouTube, because that's where the subscribers
His head
are valuable.
just fucking exploded right there. Did you see that? It's like a Saw movie.
Yeah, there's an
Like a
ambulance
clip. Ambulance,
I don't know
the
how-
police are coming in, breaking it up. What the frick?
I don't know how many more lies I can tell about the footage, because that didn't happen.
What the hell?
Now, another popular thing that people who go to Alestorm concerts do is that they get down and they row to the songs. Like, you've heard of them doing moshes, you've heard of them crowd surfing, but no other band encourages their fans to sit down on like dirty, sticky floors and then row in unison with the songs.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I got footage of that too, which
that's
we'll be
awesome.
playing right now. So
Wow, they're really rowing. God
They
damn.
are.
They're really going. They're really doing
you
it.
kind of need music for this particular footage.
Just do like generic pirate footage music.
But no,
Yeah.
there's no music, because this is the audio platform has to be with audio, but this is the
just
visual.
do just a copyright free like fucking pirate.
But
beat.
they row to the beat of the song,
I don't care.
so I have to find royalty free.
That is not.
pirate
They are
and-
doing it. They
Yeah.
are. They're going. Wow.
Yeah.
Unless you just start singing the song.
Yeah, you should do that.
I'll be honest, don't remember what song was playing when this happened.
Oh, okay.
But
Row your boat. Is that the one?
you know what? That's what I'll have playing.
Yeah.
That's what we'll be playing now.
Exactly right.
Surely that's royalty free.
That's kind of crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's cool. Yeah. So, in terms of audience interaction,
Just
like,
fell out the boat.
yeah, it gets it gets pretty rowdy. Like, when people get enthusiastic, as they do with all metal concerts, it's just it's. I'm sure it's fun to participate. I prefer to just watch. So
Yeah.
I'm not really a participator. In,
Was anyone
in
else participating?
not anyone from our crew, but
Yeah, we were just kind of enjoyed the music because it was pretty stuffy in there,
Yeah.
and
1,400 people.
yeah, it was pretty
Damn,
warm
really?
as
Wow.
well. I think it was just a bit warmer in general yesterday.
Yeah.
We've been experiencing a bunch of cold weather the last few weeks, so it was a bit of a surprise.
Even
that it
though
was
it's
actually a warm-
almost summer.
Yeah. Well, that's Melbourne or global warming.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of the two.
And then there was a lot of people, so it was pretty warm. And then our mates found an air conditioner, so they were just
they just stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So little did they know there was a door to go outside 3 or 4 meters away to get fresh air. And I went there with water and then came back out to film more, and I was good. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't just an emergency exit.
It might have been.
Do you remember a big green sign above that door?
Perhaps.
Yeah, no.
I think I went through the emergency exit.
Oh no. You guys were a little bit drunk a little bit, or you did a little bit.
Well, not really at that point. Like, we had drinks before, but...
So
Yeah.
how long did you stay out for this?
Oh,
crazy
no,
night?
dude, we got back... Like, we left at midnight.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I
Not too
don't
bad.
tell you the story of what happened after as well. Nothing crazy, but we went and got food as well after.
Oh,
Yeah.
As in, like, after we drove all the way home, we went and got pizzas at 1 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And we were just chilling, eating them
Now,
in the car
now,
park.
now, where's Barnzey Slice?
Well, no, because I was like, nah, take me home.
Yeah, we dropped Barnzey off. He slept on the whole drive home. We dropped him
no,
at his
I
house.
was awake. I was just quiet.
He was sleeping next to me.
Do you remember the drive home?
Yes, every single second of it.
You sure?
Yes.
You usually don't remember anything.
No, but I do remember
that.
because
Okay.
the people at the front seat were having their conversation, and the people in the back seat were having their conversation, and then every so often the person in the passenger seat would chime in, going, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" And then try to participate a little bit, and then go back to the conversation in the front seat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Was that not 100% accurate?
Yes.
That's,
I
there
was
you go.
asleep though in the car ride.
No, you were, because you weren't participating in the backseat conversations.
You weren't talking to me. You were talking
Yeah.
to.
But when I tried to talk to you, you were asleep.
You didn't try to talk to me once.
Yeah, because I looked over to you and your eyes closed, like sleeping against the window.
This is a great friendship.
This is not true. I remember the whole drive.
And that's why I ended up having to talk to our other mate in the backseat.
Wow.
Had to.
Wow,
I
that's
could have.
terrible.
I was like interested in talking to you, see how you felt about the concert and stuff. But I guess we could have just saved it for the podcast.
Yeah. No, it's good. So actually, I went like between songs. I went to check out the merch while it was quiet. Because remember we talked about getting those shirts.
Yes.
And the shirt that I wanted was gone.
Oh no.
So yeah, so we should have
Oh,
gone
God,
when we were
dude.
there
Did you
discussing
get
it.
Any
Yeah.
shirts?
No,
What?
Yeah.
You should have.
no. I guess I'll check out online. I guess if I
You'd
really
have
want
to. Dude.
But they're good. They're good designs.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty
Yeah.
good.
Like
Yeah.
normal metal shirt, and they go with our style of what we wear anyway. So,
Yeah.
but no, like it's a lot of plugging for Alestorm.
Yeah.
But though, if you look up the band, there is not much content online about them at all. Like, I found one interview with the lead singer / guitar player, and that goes for 14
Did
minutes.
you say keytar?
Yeah,
player?
he plays the guitar.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's
Oh.
on stage in a kilt, and he's got the guitar, and
Oh.
he's like doing the vocals.
Like keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard
Oh,
guitar.
Shit. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I
Yeah,
thought, I
dude.
thought that was, okay.
Yeah, he's
He
he should win the
speak.
he should win the award for the no, he's not the most famous musician with the
Keytar.
with the strangest with the most niche instrument or whatever they say in the Weird Al movie, the movie that you guys haven't seen.
Okay.
Because right at the start of the movie, he's like in a fight with his dad, and he's like his dad breaks his accordion, and
Oh no.
and he's like, I'll show you. I'm gonna be the most famous musician with an incredibly specific genre. And then right at the end, when he's winning an award, it goes, and for the most famous musician with the in the most specific, in an incredibly specific niche genre, Weird Al Yankovic. And
Oh,
that's
wow.
how it's word for word, and it's. Look, I can't explain the movie.
Yeah, I know.
You have to watch it because it's
Always gotta watch it.
it's a
you know.
parody on biopics themselves. So you watch it and just like the dialogue is a bit off. It's all a bit
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah. Well, is that the same one as the one where he's sort of parodying other movies, or is that?
Yeah. So
That's the
the
same one.
yeah, well, like in the movie, he dates Madonna,
Ah,
and in reality, he spoke to Madonna once for 45 seconds.
that's pretty funny.
So it's just, and she's a massive part of the movie. Like that's not even.
Oh,
This is not even like
wow.
spoiling it. He says this on like talk shows and shit. So it's not like spoiling the movie. Like he doesn't give a fuck, dude. He tweeted, so because it's only available on like Roku, the new streaming service, and he's like, and it's not available in Australia. So people are going, how do you access this movie? And then he tweets, you could probably search for it online. And then in brackets, very probably no, with capital letters. Or you could wait for the DVD release, but that's a torrent of a problem. Or it's something. He's weirdly phrased it out. I guess it will be on screen now what the tweet is. It's,
Oh wow, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
oh wow, there he said it. There we go.
but like he's just straight
Wow.
up telling people pirate this movie so that you can see it. He just doesn't. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
But like that's good. It's refreshing to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to see people not caring.
And
Okay.
so I knew who Weird Al Yankovic was before I knew what a parody was.
Yes.
Yeah. So I saw him on YouTube in like 2007 or 2008 with like old videos where he was parodying Bad, Beat It, Another One Bites the Dust. Oh, those are all just Queen
Well, I
songs.
didn't know it was just I didn't know it was a parody, but it's like, oh yeah, he's sort of taking this song and then turning it into something else.
Yeah, and that's
And it was
what a parody is.
funny, you know.
yeah. But
Eat it, huh?
yeah, but I saw
I personally like
those.
Fat better.
Yeah, Fat's better. I think.
I think Fat's better than Eat It. What do you think?
Do you know much about Weird Al?
No.
Really? You got this movie is fact. It's not a parody at all. You've got to watch
the
it.
songs also. So he parodied, at least at the start, Michael Jackson's music.
Yeah.
So Beat It, Eat It, and Bad, Fat. Okay. And there's a music video. It's great. It's a really good one. But he's done a bunch of other ones. Party in the CIA.
Yep, that's a good
That
one.
one's good.
Um,
The Amish one. What was that?
Amish Paradise.
Amish Paradise, which is a
Luch
parody
likes that
of
one. Of Gangster's Paradise.
Gangsta. Of course,
Yes.
of course.
What else?
There's the episode 1 song he did.
See, I think
That's not really a parody.
It's
That's
not a
just
parody. No,
for episode 1. That was like a serious song.
very, very serious.
So he actually like a serious. He got paid to do it, and he wanted.
Oh, like
to do
it's an
it.
actual,
He's like
like-
a Star Wars fan,
Like he's a musician, and he goes, "Yep, this is an original song."
and
Now.
I'm getting paid to do it. I'm like selling out and all that.
Like, wow, I'm a real artist now.
Yeah.
I'm not just a parody artist. That's a
Fucking
point they make.
sell
in the movie.
out. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Right. So.
But we love to sell out, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of selling out, let's our sponsor for the video. No.
Go on, commit. Who's our
I
sponsor?
don't-
You're like, this video is
the
sponsored
United
by.
States military. Join the army today. Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, that's good. All right, I'm trying to
On
like
screen, the
find
army.
more music-related topics to talk about.
Well, let's talk about what's sort of our. Well, I was gonna say favorite sort of metal musicians, but you're not really into metal, so we can just do like musicians for you.
And then
But we'll
just
do more specifically metal. What
Yeah.
about that? Because we're talking about a metal
right.
band,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
because
actually, this is also probably a good opportunity for
What
us
is
to
the music
recommend
we'll
music
listen to?
bands and artists to each
Absolutely.
other.
Look at that. Wow.
so I was just going to chime in and say, while I don't listen to metal, I do listen to some rock bands, and that's as far that way as I would go. So
That's okay.
I don't know if there is any common ground we have on that front, but yeah.
Well, let's try. Let's
see
see what have you been listening to?
right now.
Well,
Well, what's
No.
some of your sort of quintessential sort of albums you always go back to, or just artists, or whatnot?
there's going to be no rock music in there.
I don't mind.
There'll be like video game soundtracks.
Yeah, video game. Let's see. What's
Am
the
I
video
wrong?
game soundtrack?
Am I wrong?
What are we like? In what perspective are we talking about this?
You'll be like, hey, I'll chuck on the
What is
Legend
the
of
video
Zelda.
game soundtrack?
Oh, that was one time, Josh. No, but that entire playlist of Legend of Zelda music, I just listen to when I'm reading.
Here he goes again on the Legend of Zelda rant. No, I'm kidding.
We asked him to do this.
But I
Yeah.
do remember last time we was talking about Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
This is part two.
unrelated to this.
Yeah.
Completely. But no, yeah, I'd listen to that because just calming music basically that I'd listen to on the train while I was reading books and things. Yeah, and I don't know, sometimes Spider-Man Miles Morales, what was it? The Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack is pretty good. That's pretty hype. So I used to listen to that when trying to hype myself up for like sporting events and things like, because I play like volleyball like casually and things like that. But in terms of like rock music and stuff, like I listen to Fall Out Boy and Green Day.
Yep.
Some of those bands
Damn.
a bit.
Those are both up there for me
Those,
too.
those
Yeah.
are kind of like rock related.
See, I avoid Green Day in my playlists because I got them in Beat Saber. So if I
Yeah.
listen to them, they're in there.
But also they're so popular. We've listened to their songs
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much too.
Do you listen to X Ambassadors?
I you know what? I listened to the Jungle song. I think
Yeah.
they did that. That's the one song I really like from them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some others, but that's like the one song.
Actually,
listen
I think that song is in my playlist.
to. Yeah.
It might actually
pretty
be.
hype song, as they say.
Yeah. Go. What else is in there? I'm going to check.
Give me 1 second. Bring it up.
Bro,
Yeah.
bring out the phone on the pod.
Well, no, but this is okay because
This
we
is
get
notes.
to refer to notes. and
Right,
information.
absolutely. Well, I think I have a few bands right off the bat if you want me to start.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Yeah, so probably my favorite band. No, you know what? Let's start at the beginning. So when it comes to metal, right, or just, yeah, my awakening to music came through metal. So one day I was at school learning and whatnot, painting pictures, doing drawings and like writing words on the book and whatnot. Doing math equations, solving little riddles and whatnot.
While you think about that, there you go. Daz, top of the list.
Basically, what happened was that
That whole album was great.
Whole album? I'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
a certain someone that I know was put into the hospital, and on the way to the hospital to see them, the song "Enter Sandman" by Metallica was playing, and afterwards on the way home, I asked my mother. I asked her what that song was, what it was called, because I really liked it. It was just something about it. And she was like, oh, like Exit Light or something, just one of the lyrics from the
Yeah.
song. She didn't know what the title of the song was. So I looked that up and I'm like, you stupid retard. You stupid idiot. Okay, no, but it's Enter Sandman. That's like the first sort of real song that I listened to that I was like, whoa, I like this. I like something here. You know, it was something different. It's something I really hadn't heard of much before. Because before this, I was listening to like Green Day, like Rolling Stones, popular stuff, and Adele sometimes.
Well, you gotta start with popular to then become niche.
I was listening to a lot of that stuff. What is it, Fall Out Boy, all that stuff. Songs that I thought were hype and were cool.
Did you ever listen to 3 Days Grace?
I probably did, yeah. I probably did back in the early 2000s, whatnot. Like, they were all on the radio. My parents used to listen to that stuff in the early 2000s, whatnot. Evanescence and all that,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, they're quite popular.
Wake me up, is a... a lot of that stuff. But then after that, I looked up... Sorry I'm taking up so much time, but it's a long story. I looked up a line from a game that happened to be the song, or the next Metallica song, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Mm-hmm. And I listened, I'm like, oh, that's a song? Okay, let's put that on YouTube. And I was like, whoa, this is...
Yeah, because it starts off strong.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's Enter Sandman. Or is it? No, I was correct.
Yeah.
For Whom the Bell Tolls was epic. Was really good. I love the lyrics. I love the vocals.
So
the sound.
When I first heard that song, I was playing League of Legends
wow.
with our friend that you go to volleyball with.
Well, now I don't like For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Well, no, because I was...
I'm just going to step out real quick.
Step out? Okay, cool. No worries. Let me just return that to the shop.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah, so no, I was playing League of Legends and I was listening to... You can sit there if you want, but you also have your other microphone.
Right. Just edit us together. Edit us close together, little buddies.
Yeah, this will be... I'll just like halve the screen and
half
bring
the
it
screen,
closer.
squash it together.
There is so much... I'm going to have to watch this back.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's okay. That's good, because if I put more effort in the video, then that'll reflect in the YouTube bit. And there are more views on the video than on the audio platforms.
Dude, that would be a cool edit, though. It like slides in. If you can do that, I wouldn't know
I think
how
I
to
can do that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll make a note.
And it slides back out when Darren comes back.
Yeah.
Dazz?
Darren.
Beep out Darren.
We've used both.
Beep out Darren. No.
So yeah, I was recommended Metallica and AC/DC.
Oh,
so,
AC/DC. Of course, I've listened to Black Ice. I got that for my birthday.
There you go.
2008.
So that album, that's where I targeted my first few songs. That's where I put War Machine. That's from Black Ice.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think that's where we sort of got a lot of the metal roots from.
Here's the thing, because I didn't watch Iron Man in theaters. I got a DVD for it. I was like, it's a superhero.
I didn't either. I watched it on TV, but it would have been around like 2009, 2010 or something.
Yeah. And then I didn't go to the movies to watch any of the Marvel stuff until I think Avengers.
Which is funny because I actually watched The Incredible Hulk in the cinemas.
Really?
Yeah, I remember. I recall watching that in the cinemas.
Well, see, that's actually one of the most underrated Marvel movies.
I would say,
in my opinion.
I would say.
But probably, Iron Man's, I guess, AC/DC character background of, hey, this is the kind of music that goes with this character. That might have been the early introductions to metal music.
In Iron Man 2 as well, and all of that. Right?
Yeah, and then they use...
but now they don't use that anymore.
Yeah.
There's no AC/DC.
You know what? I haven't listened to much Led Zeppelin, actually.
Yeah, I'm not a big Led Zeppelin guy to be honest. Well, obviously, their most popular songs are played everywhere.
Yeah,
Cashmere, all the.
I wouldn't say that's their most popular. I'd say the Immigrant Song.
One of.
Yeah, well, Immigrant Song. That's
all of these
fucking
songs
everywhere.
they're played everywhere.
Yeah,
hear it all the time.
I think that's going to be on the list. Then I'll find a Led Zeppelin album, and that will be homework.
One you haven't listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we were discussing before while you missed it. How we got introduced into metal music, and we concluded it was Iron Man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That was probably
something
the
like
first
that
step.
Around there.
Yeah. What about you? You got
I don't know.
Just music and what's the stuff you listen to now and whatnot? Because you're not a metal. So.
I can't think of how I got into rock and stuff, because I've got a pretty broad music taste. Because I listen to, I like a few rock bands and things, but I think I listen to a lot of rappers like
Kanye West.
No, I don't listen to Kanye West, but I listen to Mac Miller, Logic, and then I also listen to a bunch of pop singers like Halsey.
There was actually a period of time in 2000 and I want to say 16 where I got told multiple times that I looked like Logic.
I could see
You
that.
kind of do. You kind of do be looking like Logic.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it. I think it's the
Put it,
glasses.
Jamie, put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I was,
Logic.
Well, I'm Jamie.
Wow,
I,
you look. What?
I look
It's so similar.
I look just
you
like
look
Logic.
just like Logic.
Yeah, maybe like from when he was in 20. Logic now or Logic back then?
Probably back then.
Probably
When he was
right now.
younger, yeah. Cause,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was younger too, so maybe I've got to. I've got to.
Yeah,
do a
it could be that,
comparison
yeah.
picture.
Maybe right,
if you-
right now and then.
Yeah. All right. Well, images will be on
No,
the
as
screen.
in your younger self looked like his older self. No, you look even worse. No,
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no. Oh.
Who else? Like, how did you start branching out and discovering music for yourself then? Just in general, not necessarily just rock.
I'll tell you right now, it's because whenever I'm in a car with people, I always pass the aux cord on. I
Really?
never put my own music on in a car. 'Cause
Right, yeah.
I can never deal with trying to like play something that everyone's going to enjoy. So I always pass it on, and then other people play what they like, and then I learn their taste, and then
Right.
I start listening to some of
Well,
their music. And things
That's
like
the
that.
thing, right? They'll play what they like and they don't care. But then we're like, nah, we'll let them play what they like. They might not like our stuff. You know, I maybe we shouldn't worry so much what they want and what they think.
We don't. Daz shouldn't worry
Well-
about it. Just play your shit.
That's the thing, right? You know,
Yeah.
even if they might not like it, though some people can be really stupidly vocal about it.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
And they're
Just
also
enjoy the music like we do.
and they're also wrong.
Exactly. Exactly right.
There's such thing as a wrong opinion.
True, real.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's kind of how I kind of branch out because obviously with you play all your rock and like metal music, so I
Yeah.
started to hear that kind of stuff. There was one mate I had in high school, and he loved classical music. So next thing I know, I was
Interesting.
listening to Beethoven and
Yeah.
Mozart and stuff, which
See, now
That might be a bit of, like, that might seem like a bit of a meme, but I mean, I think it's completely valid.
some of them are cool. So I've actually found there was a cover for In the Hall of the Mountain King or whatever it's called. You know, the one that builds up and then goes fucking chaotic, where it's all kind of
Yeah.
classical.
I think so.
I found a metal cover for it.
yeah,
That's cool,
that's
that's
yeah, that's
awesome.
what I was gonna say. Like, there's a few different covers of it.
Yeah.
that-
So
Yeah.
that's what I found the best way to find more songs that are metal. You got to look for covers of popular songs
Yeah.
or other songs, and then sometimes I find they're better. Like I've got
yeah,
I think maybe 2 or 3 different versions of Beat It
yeah.
that are in just like metal versions.
Yeah.
I've got what else? Yeah, I've got a whole playlist. I'm Still Standing by Elton John. I've got
I like the original.
Livin' La Vida Loca. That one's a good
The
one.
Shrek version.
No, that's it. It is a metal version. Mambo Number 5. Just like songs that you wouldn't really expect, but they just
Well, no, I'm saying the Shrek version is the best version, is what I'm saying.
debatable.
I don't think so.
So okay. The Shrek version of I Need a Hero is better,
Absolutely.
but I've still got a metal version of that in my playlist as well.
But why would you need... Honestly, as much as I like metal, you don't need the metal version when you have the Shrek 2 version
see, okay.
of Holding Out for a Hero,
I just think
which is the real name of the song.
instruments in metal bands are just better than everything
I would
else.
agree with that. I would agree.
I just prefer the way
Aaron
they
would
sound
agree.
to other songs. So yes, you can say, oh yeah, I like this other song.
I like the electric keyboard.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing with metal though. Sometimes people throw screamo into it, and I'm not a massive
I'm
fan.
not a screamo guy.
So that discounts it. But you know, I guess that's just another subgenre of what we're talking about.
But
Yes,
it's so broad though. It's really it's a lot more broad than people seem to think it is.
yeah, but unless you're like really, like unless someone say, oh, what music do you listen to, and you're prepared to say, yes, I listen to not just metal, but this band, this band, this band, this genre, this.
Oh
that.
yeah, but if you say metal, they're just gonna think whatever it is they.
Yeah,
think
they'll
in their
think,
head.
oh, Triple M.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll just think like they'll just think like Cold Chisel or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
K-San, fucking that song.
Yeah, so like how when you would listen to other people's music in the car at work, the radio station of choice was Triple M. So every so often I'd Shazam like music from there, and I had a whole list of songs that played on Triple M before, and from that I found a song that just like it sounds like a parody, but it's a what does it do? It's who's the guy? Not Joaquin Phoenix, the other one, the one that died,
Oh my god.
River
Yeah,
Phoenix.
River Phoenix.
Yeah, so there's a whole song making fun of his death.
Oh my
that
God.
played on Triple M, and they played it once, and I was like, "How the fuck are they playing this on the radio?" And then every so often, when I've got my songs on shuffle, it just pops up. It's like, oh yeah, that song exists.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like a song about partying, and it's just like the guy's like singing about how he's on the drug that killed River Phoenix.
Oh my god.
Those are the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit.
That's crazy.
So I get surprised by that every so often. But let's go back to your
But the music that people listen to mostly, the lyrical content is even worse than that for the most part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You just listen to it and you're like, I want to die. I want to fucking die.
See episode 4 of the podcast, Wet Ass Nickelback, where we sit there and we read out with the lyrics of Wet Ass Pussy and almost throw up. That's true. Like I had to pass
the phone. The decay of society before our very eyes.
We get to the second verse. I'm like, Moss, you got to keep reading. I'm gonna be sick.
I'm good. Yeah. And that's the clean version.
Yeah. That's why we're just reading the clean one. Yeah, the dry ass pussy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on before we start like derailing further. More about your shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say the other thing I do is like, say I listen to the radio and I'm shazamming songs like of popular music that's on at the moment. Generally, what I'll end up doing is I'll go search the artist and actually listen to like an album or two of theirs.
Yep.
To actually see if I really like them, because I like to find more music like that of their work basically. Because that's generally how I listen to music a lot of times. I just chuck on the full album and
albums are a good way to do it. So
yeah,
Moss would show me, hey, have you listened to this album? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't really do albums. I'll find individual songs and go from there. But
it's not a bad way to do it, because it can either, because you might only like the one song.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah,
that's the thing. I think it's important, because if you're going to say like, oh, I like this band, what? No, I only like the one song. Like, no, you should check whether you like all of their stuff, at least, like check out their stuff,
Yeah.
Not just the one song, like the band Kansas. I only listen to fucking Carry On Wayward Son.
Everyone does.
That is the only song I know from them. I have never listened to any of their other music.
Have you seen the music video? It opens with the world's hairiest man.
Yes, it does.
And that will be on screen right now.
World's hairiest orange-haired man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I've interrupted again.
Oh no, it's all good. But yeah, I was just thinking that like that's one of the ways I judge artists is how well they actually put together an actual album.
Because you were saying, I think, were you showing me with Logic's album how it's like a story?
Yes. So a lot of that's generally what people try to do with an album, is they create a theme for it.
Alestorm does the same thing.
Exactly. That's why I listened to, what was it, No Grave But the Sea.
Yeah.
Like that was the only body of work I listened to from Alestorm, because because for me it's like I like that the music kind of is cohesiveness within that album as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I didn't listen to any of the other music, and because it's hard to weave in other stuff when it's, for me, because I like to listen to I get in the vibe of it. So if I'm listening to the album, I listen to the whole album and get fully into it,
because it's designed to be like listened to in that order.
But
that's right.
Like I couldn't just chuck an Alestorm song into like my everyday playlist, and then when it comes on, it just be like, rock it out, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, let's drink.
Yeah.
Literally, was one of their songs.
Especially since I listen to music mostly when I'm driving. So yeah, a lot of time, normally I'll listen to an album, and that's generally what I'll use to judge whether I'm actually a fan of that artist or not. Like that's my take on trying to.
But no, I think that's a correct way to do it. Like if you want to find out more about, like I used to Google best hits of this band when I find a band that I like. Yeah. And then that actually started from, so when my dad would drive us around when we were really young, he would play Queen. Yeah. And that's how I was interested. That's what it was. It wasn't Iron Man and AC/DC. It was Queen when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah. You just didn't know you were gay, but now you know. It's true, real. Fuck you. No, but Queen is good though. Yeah. But as you know, Freddie Mercury did die of AIDS. You gotta stop doing this. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. You have to know. Yeah. All right. Cool. Queen is good though. All right. Good. Now that wraps up most of pretty much what we want to talk about for music. I've got here an ominous bowl, and it's full of bits of paper. And this is going to be a new podcast game that I'm going to introduce. Oh no! So
I gotta find a way out. I don't want to do this.
No, it's okay though. This is good fun.
Are you saying it's fun? Okay,
Yeah, this is a fun game. A good fun game.
What is this game? Maybe
Well,
describe it.
firstly, I've got to establish that this is part of the segment stealing segment, the segment of the
Oh my
podcast
God.
where we steal other podcast segments for the sake of our own show, and we credit them, so that's not stealing. This segment is called Cancel Me Now, named after Isaac Butterfield's podcast Cancel Me Now, where he reads out hot takes and he has to defend them for a minute. Exact same game.
You could have just called it something else, and then it wouldn't have been stealing.
Well, no, but see, it's also not an original idea to read and defend hot takes,
No.
but I also want to give credit where credit is due because
I mean,
that's important.
nothing is really all that original.
Well, that's true. There's no such thing as an original idea anymore.
No.
Yeah, but I still want to say this is where I heard this because I listen to podcasts about
So
just as
technically we
much.
didn't steal it,
No, but
but it is a part of the segment stealing segment.
this is, yes, which is an established part of this show. So if anyone steals the segment stealing segment, we can be like, hey, we know where you got that from. But because they're following
But
the
we
rules,
don't mind. We don't mind though.
they are following
We're
the
like
rules.
all cool with it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
So-
we're only going to hunt you down and make you pay royalties and put a gun in your mouth. And you gotta pay us money. You gotta pay us money.
He is. So basically, I've got here opinions, and they're ranged from pretty easy to defend to pretty hard to defend. And basically, all you have to do is commit to defending them for about, give or take a minute.
That sounds like fun. Let's read one out.
Read one out. Okay, so
Yeah.
who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first.
All right. So they're all. Oh, I'm so glad that you can. So Moss has seen the list of what I've put in here before. I'm so glad that you haven't. And there's one that I hope you get.
I don't remember them all though.
That's good. That's good. All right. So Daz, please take a hot take out of the bowl of hot takes.
I've volunteered. I volunteered because I did do one season of debating in high school, so I figured this would be fun.
Was that the same debate season where we barely did any debating?
I think it is. Go on, Daz.
Possibly.
What does the paper say?
This is pretty bad. Let's
go.
This is awesome.
Let's go. Read out what does the paper
Read
say?
the words.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No. You've said that you have.
For 50 cents,
Can I do a pass?
Well, I think Moss's deal
I'll
of
pass it over. Let's pass it over to me.
I'll pay you 50 cents to
Okay,
pass
you
it to
don't
Moss.
have- you don't need money.
is it really that bad?
Go on, Moss.
Yes, it is. Why did you write this on a piece of paper?
Please
Why is this? I don't know,
Hey,
man.
hey.
I don't know.
earn your paycheck. What does it say?
You don't pay me nothing, master. You don't pay me nothing, boss. Oh, God.
Please, the audience.
Oh, Lord, why do I have to read this?
The audience is edging to know. What does it say on the paper?
Just know this was written on a piece of paper. This is not something that I believe. I'm being made to say this. And like a gun comes out.
Yeah.
Say it, say it! This is gonna be used against me, isn't it?
It probably won't.
Moss, as your lawyer, I advise you to not repeat
Moss,
what is
as
written.
your primary lawyer, I advise you to carry on with the show. Read what it says on the piece of paper.
The age of consent should be lowered to 15.
Oh, that is so good.
Why was that the first one that we pulled out of the bowl? And why did you write that down?
We have to start strong. You know what's funny?
I don't
I
agree.
can't defend this
I
one.
don't agree.
You don't agree? That's not the game.
I know that's not the game. But I don't agree. I can't. In no circumstance. Even in a hypothetical one. Even in a hypothetical one, I don't agree.
That's not the game, though.
Go on, Barnzey. Let's hear your defense of
Let's
this.
see your
No, I didn't draw it. I'm
defense.
not going to substitute in
Yeah,
for
you
that.
have to.
What kind of sick mind writes this shit down?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to defend this.
I agree. I feel like this is...
It's in there to be controversial. That is the
This is
point. We know. Okay.
controversial.
What I'll do is, all
It's
right.
like the one thing you don't want to be controversial about. It's like the one thing you can't. You can say
I
anything about
told
the
you.
gays.
I
You can
told
say
you.
anything about anyone.
There's a whole
That's
range.
not. There's something you.
So,
can,
okay, I secretly hoped that would be the one that gets drawn, and it just so happened to be. There are 30 in there.
You
I'm
probably
not- I'm
wrote
not
this like
defending
5
it.
times and put it in there.
Yeah, probably. You probably wrote all of them in this.
No. That would have been smart. I was going to rig it, and then I decided against it, and then it happened anyway. And now you guys are telling me, no, I won't defend it.
I can't defend
Okay,
it.
okay. If it was the
I
second one we
lose the
defended,
game. I can't defend it.
you lose the game.
I lose the game. I cannot defend this. I will burn this. We must burn this piece of paper. If someone finds it, trace it back to us, we will die. This is not. We cannot. No.
You can't defend you. So
I lose.
You just refuse. You just refuse.
No. I've got this, Moss.
Okay.
All right. I don't think I'm going to make it to a minute.
All right.
No,
But here we go.
defend it.
The age of consent should be lowered to 15. That does not mean you can sleep with a minor. It just means that 15 to 18-year-olds...
Well,
That means that 15 to 18-year-olds that are in a relationship that are the same age can provide consent. Done.
There you go.
Ah,
Yes. Woo! That's the
So
answer.
the premise behind the age of consent is that it's for adult age.
Oh, did you want to start defending this now?
No, not at all. I didn't draw it and I don't volunteer anything. Okay, you gave it a shot. Okay,
I gave it a shot.
You played along, tried to find a loophole.
Yeah.
And everyone's nervous and sweating.
I am sweating because it's hot in here.
It is pretty
It's
hot in
getting
here.
pretty warm, yeah.
It is, yeah.
I'm wearing balaclava.
That's alright. I
I'm
reckon
wearing balaclava.
we'll do
for
one or
almost
two
an
more
hour.
and then we'll close the episode because there's some
Alright.
good ones in here. So yeah.
I'd like to redo
Maybe
as well.
not
So
like let's rewind. Let's pretend that never existed.
No, I'm keeping that in.
Flip that piece of paper over. That's demonic.
Well, the good thing is that will never come up again.
Absolutely.
All right, so here we go, Moss.
Let's see, and we'll actually do it this time because it won't be that retarded.
Perhaps.
Hopefully. Or wait.
Barnzey skipped the cancel me now and went straight to incarcerate me now.
Yeah. It's just true. Okay, this one is better. This one isn't. Whoa, no.
Go.
You can't be transgender until you are 18, and you should require a license. You specifically, person right there.
Oh, good.
watching.
Good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have a 1 minute timer going. And let's
Well-
see when you can go. So in
Well,
the...
frankly, when
All right, 3, 2, 1, begin.
Okay, so yeah, transgenders, it's a new thing, apparently a recent thing, at least for me, not in that way. I worded that badly. I meant that I knew about it. I did not know about it until relatively recently, and it's become much more prominent online. That's what I meant. And it's kind of messed up for doing it to kids. It's not right, I don't think, because they're growing and whatnot. Not allowed to own a gun, not allowed to kill people, shoot people until 18 and whatnot, or drink until 21 in America and then 18 here and whatnot. Yeah, I think 18 should be a good age for that because everything else is basically at 18 you can do. You can have fun, you can party at 18, but before that you can't. So, but this isn't fun. This is, no, that's not the question. Basically, yeah, it's yeah.
And that's time.
And also license.
I didn't know I was going to play
So,
this.
yeah, I thought, yeah, I'm so,
Okay,
I'm
good.
So
So-
good. Wow, I was so good at that.
That's all right. That's right. So you still made a good point about how if the age for everything else, for for drinking,
I am so good at improvising, you guys.
that's all right. That's okay.
That was so great.
So-
My brain works at 1,000,000 miles a second. Did you see that? Let's
Yeah.
get instant replay.
not
That's
necessary.
what was going on.
Yes. Okay. So
No, it was more like cog.
now a common actual here. Listen to this. Right. A common argument is that transgender people. What's it? I've got to not fuck this up because now we're getting.
Oh yeah, because if you get it wrong, they're going to come for you.
That's right. Yes.
Not in that way.
So it's apparently people who transition and regret it just kill themselves.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, because their bodily functions aren't they'll never be the same in all of this
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Right?
because it's a transition from A to B. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing, and apparently being transgender has been a thing for hundreds or thousands of years.
That's what I hear, but it's like I didn't know anything about it until
Right.
I don't know, a few years ago.
Yeah. Now, if people are killing themselves before transition because they can't transition, wouldn't throughout history there would be a massive spike of hundreds, if not thousands, of people killing themselves because they believe that they're trans and they couldn't cope, so they killed themselves. Would that not be the case?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that. What's it called?
That we're not qualified.
No.
Yeah, we're not
like
doctors,
you
we don't
just
have
said something.
PhDs.
That doesn't mean it's gonna be like a fact. There could be many other.
Oh,
things that
absolutely.
could,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There could be.
There
Yeah.
could be a ton of factors and whatnot. It's a very complicated issue, but we're putting it all down, condensing it into like a 2-minute segment,
Yeah.
5-minute segment.
Of course.
So that's all that there is to really say about it.
Yeah. All right. Now I'll give a shot. I'll read one out because I asked of you guys to read it out, and I gave you unfair assignments, I guess.
Would be funny if the camera like
Fair
fell.
assignments.
Yeah, they
Defend the
were
age of
unfair.
consent being lowered.
The age of
Ah, fuck! I got a G-rated one. All right. Hugh Jackman is overrated.
why is there such a broad range of
Well, because
controversy?
I want it to be different, exciting. There's all sorts of different statements in there. All right. So
Hugh
yeah,
Jackman is overrated.
Yeah.
All right, it's your turn.
it is my turn. Yeah, that's why. All
There's
right.
no discussion until after.
No, there's not. Yeah, we can talk about it after. If you want to hit start on the timer, you count down when ready.
All right, start.
Right, so Hugh Jackman, all right, beloved Australian celebrity. Personally, what good has he done? Yeah, the dude sings, cool. He acts, he's Wolverine. We have hundreds of superheroes now. Big fucking whoop. He's overrated. People give him the love, and they go, "Oh yeah, Hugh Jackman, he's the best." Why? He hasn't done anything special. What do you? Okay, yeah, Hugh Jackman.
What? No,
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, he's done nothing special. He's overrated. Who cares? Oh, well, I did Les Miserables, and I like singing. I do theatre. Cool. Not many nerds like theatre. Hugh Jackman's a nerd. Shit. No, don't have anything else. I don't really have any real strong opinions for or against Hugh Jackman. I just thought that it would be more controversial. Because a lot of people,
I don't know how
like it.
overrated he is. Really, is he?
Oh, neither. I kind of just threw a celebrity in there.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And it's
I
gonna
think
be
he seems like a nice guy. Really,
Yeah, he's probably
just seems like a cool dude.
pretty cool actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like from everything I've seen,
Yeah.
like he recognized his student and that because he was a PE teacher.
I did see that, yeah. Not many celebrities actually take the time to
Be a
do
PE
that.
teacher, true.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, that too.
But yeah, also remember the student like 30 years later, or however long,
Yeah.
20 years.
Wouldn't it be strange if just like Leonardo DiCaprio just became a sports teacher?
That'd be cool.
It would be
I
cool.
think he's got the look for it.
Yeah.
You know.
He's also like 50 something,
Yeah.
which is like peak PE age.
Yeah.
As we
Which
all
kind
know.
of relates to like the. Well, not really. Actually, never mind.
Good
He
shit.
dates younger women.
He
is
does
what I
date
would
younger
say.
women, yeah. You were about to call Leonardo DiCaprio a pedophile?
No.
I don't believe you.
I mean, 3 years is kind of crazy, but like 30 is nuts as well.
I think Moss was trying to say that Leonardo DiCaprio is overqualified to defend that the age of consent should be lowered to 15.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, we should bring him on the podcast and make him defend that.
I think you should.
That's it. Stay tuned for the next guest, Leonardo DiCaprio.
on the next episode of Barnzey Burns Down the World. Wow, that was crazy. That was
Yeah, no, that's
exciting.
great. All right, good.
That
All
was
right.
There it is, up on the fucking whiteboard.
That's right. Yeah,
up on
right.
the green screen.
Right, green screen. What green screen? Oh no, the green screen's in when it's.
Oh
Not.
yeah, there is no green screen.
No, well,
It's
I
just
haven't.
the logo.
I haven't done that yet. There's still.
But also Leonardo DiCaprio's face zooming in and out.
I don't know if I'm going to do that.
Into his eyeball. That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Good. That's it then. The podcast is done. Go home.
It's over. Leave.
It's over. Go home. You
I
got better
hate
things to
you.
do.
But please come back. I actually love you.